Hello, everybody. This is just editor's note, quick. I wanted to let everyone know that I am open to suggestions on who to do. If you have someone that you want, I will consider doing them. I'm not quite ready to do some people. Like someone suggested, I do Silver Banshee soon. I'm saving her for Halloween month. Obviously, I want to like theme it out a little bit, I guess. I've got I think a little over 50 people at G11 right now. I'm definitely gearing people out still. I think Atrocitus is my newest, and he's not quite there yet. He's still got a few pieces left. But I have a good chunk of the roster still that is ungeared. My next Mystic, I think, is going to be Raven to get up to G11. I need a few more fragments from her, so hopefully I'll get some PvP luck. But yeah, so this is basically a good look at my roster. If you see someone that you just really want to, for me to go over, go ahead and hit me up. Also, just as a favor to me, if you like the video, at the end of it, go ahead and just hit a thumbs up or subscribe or whatever you want. Don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but I'd really appreciate it. Anywho, thanks guys, and on to the video. Hello everybody, this is Tewty. Welcome back to Tewty Toons, where the points don't exist and no one can get world's finest. Today we're talking about the most underrated but also amazingly useful lantern, Medphyll. Medphyll is like probably the second best support toon in the game, right? Obviously after Red Robin, unfortunately. The meta. So Medphyll has a lot of perks to bring onto your team. And he also has a few downsides, but we'll talk about that when we get there. I guess we can start with going through his abilities. Seed Construct. This is his basic and the only move that he has that deals damage. Which actually, you'd think for a support toon that his damage wouldn't be very good, but he doesn't like smack or anything. Like, he's not like Wonder Girl or nothing, but he does a decent chunk of damage. And it's not like anything to just scoff at and be like, meh, F toon, gross. No, like it's pretty decent damage. It also gives mens to any random ally. And if you take the legendary point, that ally that got the mens also gets 10% shield. So he's just like handing out health like candy. It's like, you take some health, you take some health. Obviously shields, but shield is basically just a fancy word for extra health, in my mind. Shield of a Veteran. This is his taunt move. I bet a lot of people don't realize that Medphyll even has a taunt just because either no one uses him or they don't bring him specifically for the taunt. And I wouldn't either, just because if you didn't take the legendary point where you get the 6 agility ups, he's kind of squishy. You get like, I want to say like 30 or 40% shield by the, let's see, 26, 5 to 7. Yeah, I think it's like 40% shield or like 39%. It's really close. So you get a lot of shield, and if you take the legendary point, you get 6 agility ups, and that really helps with your tankiness level. But without those agility ups, you're just kind of a sitting duck, to be honest with you. You're just like a guy with a lot of shield and a taunt on you, which doesn't always help with all these like hard-hitting blues that are out there in the game. But there is an ability in his kit that will very, very much help you maintain this taunt and not just like die right away, and we'll talk about that as well. Hypnotic Light. This move is like really good, and a lot of people probably don't think it's really good if you don't use him that often, because it doesn't apply any damage, right? And everyone knows that the meta is full of people who can either dish out but tons of damage, or the people that can just like take a lot of damage, like Barda, for instance. So, Hypnotic Light is very underrated. Basically, it puts 5 strength downs and minus so much turn meter depending on how much ringed out it is. Mine's not very ringed out because I stopped using him a long time ago when I gained interest in other toons, and rings are expensive. So, but if you fully ring it out, it's like 20, 25, 30, 35, 40% turn meter down. That's a lot of turn meter down. And if you take the legendary point, that's actually 5 more strength downs. So let's talk about strength downs for a second. When I think of debuffs and buffs, they don't really explicitly ever tell you how much each buff is worth, right? Like, does 1 strength up give me like 7 extra strength, or what? And I'm pretty sure it's a general consensus by now that each buff is basically 10%. Because, and I think Medphyll helped figure this out, when he puts 10 strength downs on you, any character that deals physical damage, unless they have strength ups on them already, deals 0 damage. Like, they'll hit you, and I think they'll knock an awareness off just for funs and giggles, but it doesn't deal any damage if you didn't have anything protecting you in the limelight. So basically, this ability is like, your next turn you deal 0 damage whatsoever, unless you're Power Girl and you've already got 8 strength ups, in which case it basically negates it down to like 2 strength downs if you do the math. So very useful ability. Turn meter down, strength downs. Basically, you're neutering someone. Or if, like, it doesn't always have to be about the strength downs either, because it's like the turn meter down is so significant that what if your team is like, oh god, I'm a sitting duck, and Larfleeze is up next, and he's got his nuke ready, but I need my Donna Troy to taunt and give everybody an awareness so that nobody dies. You just have to turn meter his butt down. She gets her taunt off. Your team is safe, for the time being. The strength ups won't really do much to a special damage person, though, because you need int ups or int downs to worry about special damage people. So, the will to live. This is the ability that will help you tank a little bit better, because it gives you damage immunity, which is wonderful. So you give so much shield and damage immunity to any ally or yourself. And when I say yourself, I mean Medphyll, because you are the entire team. Anyway, so you start off the match by putting the damage immunity on Medphyll, because Medphyll, without his shields, his agility ups, or his damage immunity, is kind of a squish, So you put the damage immunity on Medphyll first, and if you put the legendary point in it, the damage immunity duration lasts an extra turn. I'll mute that. Anyway, because it lasts an extra turn, right? So when you taunt, your next turn you can taunt, and that damage immunity will still be going on, so that full turn that you're sitting there taunting, you're not going to take any damage, which is amazing. And if you leveled out both of these abilities, you now have like 80 to 100% shield at that point. It's ridiculous how much shield you're going to have. And finally, his leadership, which is probably one of the most underrated leaderships in the game. It's honestly incredible. Every single time one of your characters has a turn, someone else or that person is getting 17% turn meter and 5% shield. If you take the legendary point, you get an agility up, which I took stupidly when I was young and naive, and like a year or two ago when I started the game. I started the game like not at the beginning, but close to the beginning. I can't exactly remember when. I remember like Supergirl and Livewire and Robin being like the hero of the month. So it was a long time ago. Anyway, 1 second. So I took that legendary point because I saw Star Sapphire have this cool passive ability that when a character gains buff, then they might gain mends, and she might also gain mends. And I was like, this guy is just handing out a buff every turn. My team is going to be so mend covered. I don't know. And I was like, well, it's a team leader. And I already kind of knew there's this overall rule, like, passives don't proc passives. That's how it works. It's never, ever done that. And except for, that time Starfire came out. Anyway. I, experimented, over and over again. I played, 10 matches, and I didn't get a single mend off of this ability. And I was low-key furious because nobody really explained that a team leader ability is basically just a passive that you have to be in the leader slot for it to activate. So, yeah, there's that. Even though this leadership ability is super useful, you don't necessarily have to have Medphyll in the leader position to be a good character because of all this other stuff that he does. He can be a distraction for your team. He can give you mends and shields. He can give you damage immunity, and he can prevent people like Wonder Girl or Power Girl from just absolutely destroying your team. So, unless, it's Deadshot Hired Gun who does true damage, there are workarounds to it, but it's few and far between. So that's his kit. He does a wide variety of things, protecting your team. His only downfall is that if you read all these abilities, like Seed Construct, 2 mends to a random ally. Random ally gains the shield and the turn meter. So basically, he never gives it to himself, which is unfortunate because sometimes he needs that stuff. He needs those mends every now and again because he is a squish without, obviously his other gateways, but, that's neither here nor there. So, who did I team him up with this time? I think because of his, amazing potential as a leader, you kind of want to put those, beefcakes, like Assault Warsuit Lex, who are kind of slow, but just dish it out, and you just need to speed them up a little bit. And he's not going to get the turn meter every time, but that doesn't necessarily matter if, because he's going to get it eventually, And put Donna Troy on the team just because she is a very good turn 0 taunter. I know she's meta, but I built her up before everyone else thought she was meta. And she also rounds out the affinity of the team, right? Because you need to have one of each affinity in the team. Medphyll, like I said, does do decent-ish damage, but he's not a powerhouse. So that's why I put Captain Atom on the team, who is kind of squishy, but he is fast, and he can one-shot a lot of reds with his 3, and he does a lot of good things, Captain Atom does. That being said, Donna Troy doesn't do damage either. So if you wanted to have an upper hand in affinity, like the blue affinity specifically, take Freddy. Freddy's a great damage dealing blue. You could take Alan Scott. I just did that stupid. I probably wouldn't take another red though, unless you needed to be red heavy, because Lex already does an impressive amount of damage. Or if you just wanted to keep your team alive even better, Black Lightning he's not very buff oriented, so he's not going to proc Wonder Girl. He can help keep a team alive even better because 2 out of his 3 abilities are heals. So there's a lot to work with here. And we're gonna try this first. Let's see if my PvP boards cooperate today. I've been forgetting to do my sieges, which is unfortunate because I really like Talia. Alright, like I said in a previous video, Zatanna lead is almost always a win. That being said, there are two very powerhouse greens on the team, and Harley Quinn is kind of an asshole. So I'm going to switch over to... See, Black Lightning can purge off Harley, which would be useful for my team. But Freddy would give me the affinity advantage over Power Girl and Arcus. But that Harley Quinn taunt is kind of annoying, so I'm going to go with him just so that Freddy doesn't get murked. I know Lex is also there, but Lex is kind of slow, and if he doesn't get that turn meter right away... and yes, because... So, okay, Black Lightning is a fast character, right? So it's his turn right now. But if you look at Donna Troy, she's got an agility up and 5% shield. So that makes you aware she got that turn meter that turn. It's kind of like a marker. And you'll see as this match goes on that each little increment of shield, it's really fun to watch sometimes. It helps you understand who's getting the turn meter. Alright, so she's done with that BS for now. All of my awarenesses are gone. That sucks. And that didn't stun. So she's going to get super strengthy, right? So I'm just going to be like, nah, fam, you don't get that stuff. Protect my boy, yeah? Okay. No stuns. That's alright. It's always like a 50% chance. I didn't take the Donna Troy legendary point in her 3 just because I didn't think it through, I guess, really that much. Alright, so we're gonna... It might be wise to give Donna Troy the damage immunity because Harley Quinn is rebirthed and she hits extremely hard. That being said, Zatanna is also rebirthed. I've got intelligence downs on both Black Lightning and Medphyll, but Black Lightning has a very high intelligence stat, so he might be able to survive a Zatanna attack. Medphyll probably won't. So I'm going to just give it to him real quick. Wow, she took that like a man. I'm kidding, that was insensitive to women. Alright, so... Let's see how much damage Lex will do to Zatanna. Oh, he one-shotted her. I love it. Take that, Zatanna. Rebirth Zatanna. That was so useful, huh? Rebirthing her. Nah, Zatanna's more than likely up for a rework eventually, so... Good on you, fam. So my damage immunity's already back up because of Donna Troy's cooldowns. It'd probably be wise to take away his strength ups, huh? And then it'd also be wise to make sure she can't just smack me again. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna protect myself a little bit. See how, like, the shield is building up on all these guys? Like, Medphyll has some shield because I gave him damage immunity earlier, but now Black Lightning has, like, a good amount of shield. That's probably around 15%, which means he's probably gotten 3 of those turn meters up. We're gonna make sure that she can't keep doing that stuff. See how much damage that was? I missed the number, but, like, it wasn't a one-shot kind of thing, but it was a decent amount of damage. And Donna Troy got those mends, which is super useful because she's the one of all people that needs it. Alright, let's just pound away, shall we? 8,600 damage, that wasn't bad. Arcus is an old character though, so it might not be an accurate, foretelling of the damage. I do have, like, some other team ideas for Medphyll, but the thing is some of those characters I want to do videos on for those characters, and I don't want to give too much away, because then it's like, why even do a video? You know, if I'm going to talk about them in my team, then it feels kind of redundant to do another video on them. I've already done one video on a character that I currently want to do a video on now. Or I did a video on a character, and there was another character on that team that I wanted to do a video on now, but I'm like, I've already kind of displayed their abilities a little bit, so I don't know. Let's see here. Who would do really well? Who else would do really well on a team with Medphyll? Let's get one of these guys. I think a shield team would do really well because of all of his shields. Let's see. There he is. Excuse me. So, we're going to put Penguin, Orm, and let's see. So, affinity advantage wise, there's 2 reds, right? So, it would behoove me to have 2 greens. That being said, there's a Rebirth Zatanna and a Rebirth Power Girl. So I feel like maybe a blue would actually be better, because unless I kill Power Girl or Zatanna, this, like, Deathstroke isn't really going to do a whole lot. So I'm probably going to take Alan Scott, just because of those 2. And this team doesn't necessarily, it works best on a shield team when people like Penguin start the match with shield. So, like, if you put Brainiac or Hal Jordan on the team, so that way Penguin can right away start taunting. That being said, there are times when you need a character to cast a shield ability to give Penguin that taunt back, and Medphyll can do that passively. He only needs shield. It doesn't tell you how much shield you need to taunt. So if Penguin gets that turn meter, and he'll have that 5% shield, and he can start taunting again. And you don't have to wait for that character to get a turn to give the whole team shields, you know? That being said, Orm is always a fast character. He's up first. I can give my whole team shields. Your AI, though, Orm will not start with giving the team shields. It will be really stupid and go with his 3 first and not enable his kit, which is just ridiculous. Alan Scott's already gotten 2 sets of turn meter from Medphyll's lead, which is awesome because Alan Scott's my heavy hitter here, and he's the one who's gonna, like, wreck Power Girl. Just gonna keep shielding, just keep shielding. Power Girl is ready to die. Okay. Alright, I see you. Ooh, I definitely see you. Okay. Well, let's re-shield up a little bit, pal. Let me steal some more awarenesses. I probably want to give that to Orm, just because he is kind of a squishy blue, even though, like, you're seeing all his, like, out-of-turn attacks. Now Zatanna can't heal anybody. Deathstroke can only, like, do as a basic, which applies silence, which sucks. Oh, wow. That was a lot. I need to take her out, like, now, before Medphyll dies. Don't kill Medphyll, he's too beautiful. I'm gonna turn meter her down. Granted, mine wasn't fully ringed out, so it was only 24%, I believe. And I'm literally playing the number out of my ass because I can't remember. Alright, now that the 2 reds are left, it might be a little bit of a slow match just because of the fact that my heavy hitter is a blue. And most of the time you kind of want to bring more than one heavy hitter. You know, it kind of makes sense, though, right? You'd think. Otherwise, that one heavy hitter is going to have problems with the other affinities. But because these 2 are red, they're going to go after Penguin, either taunting, or because he's a squish, or my heavy hitter. So Medphyll is probably pretty safe right now. drinking a Dr. Pepper to try and keep my voice from getting terribly dry. It does happen sometimes when I record, my voice just goes to crap. Probably 'cause I'm nervous. Y'all make me so nervous. Just gonna make sure he can't do any damage. Let's see if we can watch the numbers on Deathstroke next time he gets a turn, what kind of damage he does. He's got an ass load of crit downs on him from Penguin. He's got an ass load of strike downs from Medphyll, so maybe he won't deal like any damage at all. Shushing? Oh, I guess Penguin's taunting like eternally at this point in time, so like all the awareness is you're not gonna see any damage anyway. Crap. That's a bad example. Next time I promise I won't do something so slow. I'll put 2 damage dealers on the team so that... But also notice, like, my team is not going to die. Like, there's so much shield going around on this team that it is pretty much impossible for Lobo to do anything worthwhile. I'm just going to put it on auto and see how fast they can kill it together. Unless they just keep all doing their passive crappy attacks. I hate it when they do that on auto. I was like, oh, he's a sliver of health. Let's just cast my buff move, because that matters. Alright, I'm going to take that off auto. Just smack him, guys. Just smack him. Just keep smacking him. Thank you. Full points. Nobody died. Love that. Let's go back to the other team, because the other team is going to be faster for PvPing, right? Black Adam lead. Who does... I guess none of those characters have a leadership ability, so... Wise, I guess? Maybe so? I don't know. I definitely need some sort of blue on the team, because all of those powerhouses... Let's just filter out everybody else, because I don't need everybody else. Hippo could be really fun because of her. She actually deals significant damage, and she can call assist, which is also pretty useful. There's not a Wonder Girl on the other team, so buffs aren't going to be like super negative towards me. I don't want to necessarily use Medphyll's damage immunity right away, just because I know that Larfleeze is going to more than likely steal it shortly. Same with Lex Luthor. I want to kill him first, just because he is an asshole. So is Black Adam, but Larfleeze is like, if anyone dies, you literally can't win. It's ridiculous. Look at that. That was Hippo. That was not Lex. That was Hippo. I love that one. She just had an event recently, so I hope you farmed her. Give my team some strength ups. One shot. I don't want to kill her because of the fact that she's just going to heal Power Girl if I hurt her anymore. So I'm going to probably give myself damage immunity in case Power Girl goes crazy. I'm gonna kill her anyway, just because Power Girl's already, like, full health. What? Holy crap. I need to put Hippo on my team more often. That girl is good. Maybe I should do a video for Hippo. Let's see, I've done a couple greens now. I did 2 blues. I should probably get some reds on the table on the videos, because I don't have any variety in my affinity, like I always preach on PvP. So let's do like one more. How far in are we? I don't even know. Alright, well, let's just do one more. Hal Jordan team. Ugh. We're gonna avoid that one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna regret this. I know I'm gonna regret this. But it might be necessary, because of the fact that Bane is an asshole. But if I can miraculously get my Rebirth 2, Jon Stewart to half health, then maybe it can go my way. Can you imagine a Soul Warsuit Lex with all the strength up and crit ups from Jon Stewart going under? Because it would be crazy. So I'm going to start off the ball with giving some mends. Definitely went to the wrong person. I want Jon Stewart to like actually not die, but like almost die. You know, just so I can have that comeback kid moment. And that's probably not going to happen right now. The Medphyll lead is also going to prevent that a little bit. Their damage is like really good though, and I want to keep her alive because she's the one who is tanking for me. I want to kill her now because they have a dead teammate, which can only spell bad news from Jessica Cruz. Bruh. Those strength downs don't do anything to her, but they removed her affinity advantage over them. Let's just smack him. Keep smacking him, but keep smacking. Ugh. Don't kill him. Oh my god. Oh no. Lexi Poo. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna just damage mutate him so that he can maybe protect himself in a minute. Don't die, buddy. Don't die. I need you alive. He's got so much shield now. But he's also got like 0 intelligence at the moment. So that means without that damage immunity or an awareness, then he is going to suck. I probably should just nuke the team at that point, because nuking the team doesn't get affected by your below half health. It's funny because this team is like, I want Jon Stewart to be below half health and I want Lex to be above half health, and it's the complete opposite right now. Oh my god. I probably should spam Medphyll's basics so that Lex might have the opportunity to gain some of those, but it looks like they went to Donna Troy, which is kind of okay because she also needs them. Boom, above half health again. Thank the gods. Now he can smack. Keep smacking her because she's a threat. Bane is definitely a threat too, but I can't challenge him yet. I need him to either get stunned by Donna Troy, or I need him to finally get Jon Stewart Green Lantern to below half health, which won't happen because Jon Stewart Green Lantern is a green, so Bane is going to target him like last, which is wonderful. Probably should have brought Manta right off the bat, because then I wouldn't even be afraid to attack Bane at that point, because he'd just bleed to death. I'm hoping that one of Donna Troy's retaliations will spark a stun on Bane. Because her basic is pretty low opportunity to do so. Stun him. Ah, oh, fuck. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Don't you do it. He did it. God damn it, woman. And now it's really a game of chance, a little bit, because it's like, is Bane going to single-handedly destroy my entire team? No. Jon Stewart will attest to his defeat. But that would be a very long fight. And now he's overhealed, so he's going to probably absolutely destroy Donna Troy. If I brought Stargirl, that'd be really useful, because all his strength ups would turn into strength downs. But that doesn't stop him from putting all those strength downs on my team. Excuse me. Trying to get all his shield off, basically, so that I can actually hurt him. and not just, and keep him from, going full ape. I know it's not going to stun him. He's got stun immunity. I get it. I'm trying to get her to die so he'll start attacking other people, basically. Because unless Jon Stewart gets... You know what? I'm just going to not put you through that. Because Bane is an asshole. Bane is an asshole. Anyway. So what did we get from this? We got the fact that Medphyll's lead speeds up your team in a very good way. Lex got way more turns than he ever probably would have gotten without him being there. Probably don't want to take him with a team that gives an ass load of awareness. That was my bad. Let's see. Who else did I have? Black Lightning. Black Lightning's already fast, so you're just increasing your chances of being able to heal your team and lay some smackdown. You know, if you put Doomsday on the team too, that'd be pretty cool, because Doom, the penalty that I talked about recently with Donna Troy being on the team with Doomsday would kind of get negated a little bit because of the fact that Medphyll would give him... It was my bad for putting the legendary point in his leadership, but Medphyll would give him that extra agility up. So when Doomsday would... God, my throat is so dry. So when Doomsday attacks, if he has that turn meter from Medphyll, he'll also get an agility up, and he'll get an attack off, giving him 7 buffs. So when Donna Troy takes 2 away and gives 1 back, he's still at 6. Which is what he needs to be at to be able to do things. He still won't retaliate. Ugh. Man, never mind. Because if he gets attacked, he's just going to go back down to 5, and that would just make him useless again. But then I guess if Medphyll gave him more turn meter, he'd get that agility up back again. It is a touchy subject. Also, I guess the damage immunity would be cool too, but then he would never retaliate. Guess it's probably best not to do that. Starfire would be a really good choice because the turn meter and everything. Who else would be a good choice? It doesn't also have to be Lex either. Like if you wanted to just put like a slower red on the team, let's just look at reds. Stripe is slow red. Bane is obviously slow red. A lot of reds are like assassin-y characters. Man-Bat, I guess. Man-Bat's being pretty OP right now, and I haven't geared him yet, so... Yeah, a lot of reds are fast, because they're all assassins, or they're like ninjas, or... You know? So they're just super fast characters. You only have those like titans that are super small, slow, like Stripe or like Barda, but you don't really need Barda to speed up because she'll speed herself up and the team. Maybe those two would actually work really well together because she'll keep the team alive and he'll keep her alive. Yeah, that actually I see that being working out pretty well. You could take Donna Troy off the team if you wanted to do that, and then add. What did I just do? God dang it. You can add, like, cooler people to the team. I need to find Medphyll again because I'm an idiot and I clicked him off the team. He is so deep back here. He needs a rework so bad. His points are so low. Freddy is a wonderful blue damage dealer. He can do buff immunity. He can do heal immunity. He can do affinity down, which helps greatly. Captain Atom is a squishy green, but he does a lot of damage, and with Medphyll and Barda on the team, good chance he might not die. There's a lot of other like good characters that you could pair him with. He's kind of a plug and play, to be honest with you. He can pretty much go on any team leader position with any team, and it would more than likely improve it. So that is my dish on Medphyll, and in the immortal words of Sophie Turner, or maybe Sophie Jonas right now, I'm not sure what she names herself now. And that is the tea.